Hello and welcome to SprutCAM tutorials brought to you by SprutCAM America. In this tutorial I'm going to show how to cut some pockets in a round plate that may be too big for the regular motion of your machine to reach all the pockets. So it's going to be essentially indexing in a rotary axis, but only on its in a horizontal plane. So we'll be rotating this disc and doing this pocket and then rotating 90 degrees and doing another pocket. So as you can see, I have imported this disc. It's about 12 inches in diameter, 3/4 inches thick. And what I'm going to do is make it go down on the table here, move it over a little bit. So I'm going to click on this setup icon right here, and I'm going to click on workpiece setup, this 3 little dots, and I'm going to move it to 3, 4, 5 inches in X and minus 5 inches in Z. Click OK. Now it's more or less on the bottom, and the first pocket we're going to do is this circular pocket. So what I am going to do here is create a roughing pocketing procedure. I'm going to turn on my edge selection tool, go into my job assignment, double click on the edges, find the tangent edges, and I'm going to click add a pocket. I'm going to double click pocketing, and I'm going to make this a 1/4 inch diameter tool that's 2 inches long. And over in parameters, I'm going to take the relief angle off and make my bottom level -0.5. That's all we're going to do as far as parameters are concerned. We're not really worried about that stuff. You guys should have that down by now. So now what we're going to do is run it and make sure that it gives us the right pocket. And that looks pretty good. So let's do a simulation. Good, very nice. Okay. Now here's where some of the tricky stuff gets in. In order to get this to post out correctly, we're going to have to do an auxiliary operation. So we're going to create an auxiliary operation. We're going to double click in there, and we are going to pick multi-go-to over here. Multi-go-to is a positional command. So we're going to double click that, and it gives us a multi-go-to. Then we got to click the plus, and we want to do the A position. So we are going to click A position 0. Now we'll go down to this multi-go-to axis. It's a value, and we're going to put 90 degrees in there and hit OK. And now we're going to create another pocketing operation. So we can just right click on pocketing, click copy, then right click on auxiliary operation, click paste, and we have pocketing 2. Now we're going to do this pocket for pocketing 2, so we need to index this over there. And how we're going to do that is go back to our setup icon, find our workpiece setup, click those 3 dots. We're going to pick global CS, and it kind of messes everything up a little bit here, but we're going to move it over 5 in X and down 5 in Z. 5 in Z, and we're going to rotate it around the Z axis 90 degrees. Oh, I think it's being a little goofy. And we clicked OK. So we're over in X 5, down in Z 5 inches, and now that square is 90 degrees. So we're going to pick our job assignment and pick the 4 edges of the square, click Add a Pocket, and click Run. Alright, now we got to make another auxiliary operation. So we're going to create an auxiliary operation. Go back to multi-go-to, double click, open the plus, click on A position, and make it 180 degrees. We got that. Now we're going to right click on auxiliary operation and paste. Now we got pocketing 3. In actuality, let's delete that. And let's copy pocketing 2. So we'll copy it and paste that. Okay. And now we're going to go back to workpiece setup right here. Click the 3 dots. And we're going to change this Z to 180. Click OK. And now we're going to go to our job assignment. And we are going to clear that box out. Well, I think we have to go back and do that here. Yeah, we have that box in there still, so we're going to remove that circle. Okay. Now we'll go down here, pick our job assignment, and we will pick all the edges of this pocket. Click Add a Pocket. And now we have to do it one more time. So we are going to create an auxiliary operation. Double click it. Go to multi-go-to again. Double click, plus A position 270. Click OK. And we will now copy and paste for pocketing 4. Go to the job assignment, clear that out, and go to our setup. Click the 3 buttons on workpiece setup, move this to 70, click OK, click our job assignment, hold down Control and pick the 3 lines of the triangle pocket, click Add a Pocket, and now we can go up to the top, click Reset and Run for all the things. Now once we've run that once, there's kind of a strange thing we have to do a little bit, and that's we have to go and disable all the auxiliary operations. Then we'll go back up to the top, click Reset and Run. Let this all go through its setup there. Okay, now we're going to enable all the auxiliary operations. We do that by double clicking on the little page here, and we will run each one of those separately. Now we can go to our simulation page. We'll go up to the top, reset our workpiece, and click play. Now it should come down, do the circular pocket, all right, and you see that little clip frame? That's because it thinks like it's going to be using a standard A-axis, but we're kind of stifling that. We're making that go away. So it does the initial move, but then it goes right back to where it was supposed to go for the milling. So yeah, it's a little bit of a strange operation, but it's getting us what we want as far as indexing these pockets. In the last pocket, I'll do the same type of thing. Up and around again. Boom. There it is. And this is because this is not the standard way of recognizing an A-axis. Okay, now that we've seen that, we have to post it. Oh. Have to rerun all those here. And that's why we got to disable auxiliary operations, reset, run it again. Without those auxiliary operations, when we go to post it later, it will not post those movements that we need to index. So now we'll go to post processor, and I'm going to pick just our regular post for a Tormach machine, which is a PCNC Master Post Rev 1.5. and we'll click run. Okay. All right, now here's our first tool all the way through. I'm gonna zoom through this as fast as I can till the next pocketing procedure, which is right here, and you'll see this A90. Okay, so it came up to Z1, stopped some stuff, moved around to A90, started up the spindle again. Now this is the one thing you got to be a little careful of. You will have to remove these A0s until there is a post that is created to optimize this. That A0 has to be removed, and there's going to be 3 of them. Easy way to do this, I'm going to hit this external editor button, and that's going to bring up a program called Notepad++, or you could just use Notepad, and you can go to search and replace A0 with space, replace all. 3 occurrences were replaced, close. Now when we go and find that area, A90, no more A0. Oh, we may want to get rid of that dot as well. So next time you go to do that, well, we can put edit and undo. We have those back. We'll go search, replace A0 point with 3 spaces, replace all, close. Now it's gone all together. So that's a little advanced. It's a little strange, but it will get you to where you need to go. So that's been indexing an oversized part with a horizontal A-axis, and using an auxiliary operation to give you the A-axis callout. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.